guys!
Hi guys!
Alrighty, so here we go. ECCC again. So another year of Emerald City Comic Con. This is basically a mini Comic Con if you're going to compare it to New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con. However, it is in Washington, so is Funko, so they feel, hey, let's have a local presence here and make a lot of exclusives. This is something they don't do in any other con, really. I mean, this is pretty big compared to any other small con, and that's what this is. So don't expect this to be a lot like San Diego or New York. This is just a little thing sprinkled here and there, right?
And typically they usually have some really good pops that are revealed here.
They used to have a theme of green. It was a running theme.
Everything was green.
Obviously Emerald City, you know, Emerald Green. It was all about green, and lately they've sort of gone away from that, and then they have like 1 or 2 or 3, 4 or something, not very many things that are green. I think it's easier for them to sort of put things in the con.
Well, I think as the years progress on, it's more difficult to find something that's very specific to green that they haven't already done in some form or fashion.
Very true. So let's get started and talk about the drops and what's coming. This is going to probably be all of it. I don't know, Funko hasn't really like necessarily came out and said this is it, but they've sort of hinted at it.
Yeah.
This is it. So there might be a couple other ones that sprinkle in here or there. But yeah, let's get started. Their first reveal was Marvel. And with that reveal, they showed off a classic Thor that's going to be exclusive to GameStop, as well as a Koroth, I believe I'm saying that right, in his Star Force suit that will be exclusive to Hot Topic. And of course, that's going to be a character in a new movie, Captain Marvel. So what do you think about these?
I think they look pretty good. I obviously want the classic Thor just because I like classic lines. It's something we both like to collect, so I think that one's really cool.
This is a character that's taken a long time to come out. I mean, a lot of people have wanted classic Thor for a while. I think they came out with it. It looks awesome. It's a great sculpt, great looking Thor in general. So I think that's going to be a must-have for any Marvel fan. And this is sort of going to be a repeating pattern in DC where we're going to really tug at the heartstrings of comic fans, which is awesome.
It's a great way to pull people back in who might be kind of teetering.
Yes.
So up next they revealed Pop TV, and with that we got a new Arya Stark, a good Arya Stark finally, and she's exclusive to Box Lunch. I think this is one of the best ones that they've had with this reveal, especially for Game of Thrones fans. It's so cool, and she's obviously a household name for most people. She's a big character, and I love her.
You know, this is, it's good to actually have a good looking one.
Yeah, you get to see her grow and progress, and this is more her now, so it's enjoyable. I like it. And
over the years, Funko has done a far better job of really nailing those Game of Thrones characters and the sculpts and the hair and everything. So this is cool. Box Lunch, they seem to be they always, I don't know, it seems like they get a lot of Game of Thrones.
They do.
Hot Topic and Box Lunch, same company. Yeah, so yeah. Game of Thrones fans, go out and get her. This is one I'm sure you guys are going to want. So
up next is the one that is the most exciting for me. I have to have it, and it's keeping with the theme of green. It is the 3-pack of Fred, George, and Ginny Weasley, and it's from the Quidditch World Cup, where it's Ireland versus Bulgaria. I have to have this. Being someone whose family is Irish, I must have this, plus I love Harry Potter. It's exclusive to Barnes & Noble, so there's that. They're kind of difficult to get sometimes, so I have to have this one. It was like when we're first introduced to like these big scenes that they can do in Harry Potter. I'm excited.
This is just a fun one.
It's so fun.
So if you're a Harry Potter fan, or if you're not a Harry Potter fan, you can recognize, okay, Funko, that's just straight fun. This
one is totally up there as like the cool level is off the charts. I'm so in love with it.
I agree with you. I think it's fantastic, and again, you said keeping with the green. I mean, perfect. That's how you do it. This is the creativity I expect to see from Funko, where they go off and say, green. What would be really cool? People like Harry Potter. What's green in Harry Potter? I got it.
We already have this license. We got this.
Yes, and that's exactly how Emerald City Comic Con pops are supposed to be. Or they started off. It doesn't have to be supposed to be. That's what they started off. So this is a big win. Again, though, you said Barnes & Noble. Sometimes it's very hard to find pops from them. Being that it's probably going to have like a $45 price tag. It might be viable.
Hopefully it'll deter people, but you know.
There's not a lot of flippers that are going to go and buy a $45 3-pack.
No, I wouldn't think so.
So either way, this is great. I know you're going to have to have it. Alright, so up next, one that I was wondering if they were going to do, and they did end up doing this theme, which was games, basically video games. This is one line that I think is maybe a little underdone. I think that they could really expand the video game sector of it, because there's so many old video games, I think, that they would be smart if they went back and did some of these. Although licenses are weird, so it might be a little difficult for them. They did a Glitch Sombra, and you know, of course she's green in that, so they kind of did the green theme, which is great. And this is exclusive to Amazon, or will be shared with Amazon, I should say. And also they did from Gears of War, General Rom, that will be exclusive to GameStop. Of course, GameStop should have it.
That makes sense.
I mean, that only makes sense. Yeah, pretty cool. I mean, it's not something that's going to blow you away. Even the Overwatch character isn't something that could blow you away. I can sort of think of cooler green ones, I think, if I was going to do Overwatch. However, it's still cool. There's still a lot of Overwatch fans, a lot of Overwatch collectors, and it's cool just to bring another one into the collection. Yeah. But again, being video games, that's one that I think could have been better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. I think they could have expanded on this. I mean, green, you could have done like military garb and pulled in some old like Battlefield or something like that. I don't know.
Battlefield pop. Those are kind of hard to do, right? Like when they did Call of Duty, I feel like they didn't do very well because it's sort of one of those things. It's so generic.
Yeah.
You know? Well, but if you want to do a glitch, it should have been the Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was going to say.
the lag
Call of Duty,
version.
you could have done a lot of like puns on that there.
Okay, so up next is Pop Anime. Anime is probably the biggest pop series lately, the new series. People are going wild for this stuff. They are going wild. And I guess it's because maybe there's not a huge market for anime stuff, or maybe everything's the same and people are just happy.
Wait a minute, there's a huge market for anime, but it's very specific,
I mean,
like plushies.
The collectibles, like what's actually available. You're right, there is a lot of plushies and like middle of the road statues and things like that. Some of the statues are actually really expensive
too. Oh my god,
yes. Yeah. So maybe Pop's hit sort of that special, like, there's something in there, I think, and there's just a ton of anime fans.
Well, they can cross generations too, because they can go for children to adults, and it's
a recipe for success, right? So, of course, they're going to pick something Dragon Ball. That's obvious. And that was Purunga, a 6-inch Purunga. That will be exclusive to Hot Topic. I believe I'm saying that right again. I don't watch Dragon Ball, so I might get this wrong, obviously. But I saw a lot of people in the comments that were very, very excited for this. So that's great. It looks awesome. It's green.
It looks so cool.
Of course, so that makes a lot of sense. And I also don't watch Fairy Tail. We don't watch Fairy Tail. So I don't know anything about this either. But a very cool looking pop. Gajeel with dragon scales, which will be exclusive to GameStop. I just really like the look of that one.
I do too. I love the color of it.
The blue metallic looks really, really good. Sometimes you just look at a pop and you're like, I like that.
Yeah, I'd like to see that on another pop.
Yeah.
I think it's so pretty.
Again, this is ECCC. You're not gonna have a whole lot out there.
Right.
So you kind of got to be happy with what you get. Alrighty, up next, DC.
That's right.
Oh, of course we're big DC fans, and when I saw this, I just kind of looked at it like, I kind of had to do a double take. Like, wait a minute, they actually did that?
Yeah.
Finally, they actually did that? But anyways, let's talk about what they showed off. They showed off a Mr. Mixapitical. That's always a hard one. Mr. Miz, we'll call him. That's what most people do. Yeah. He is exclusive to Entertainment Earth. I am blown away that they actually did this one.
Me too.
Just so happy. Also, Black Canary.
I am dying for this. I love classic Black Canary.
About time.
About time. It's been forever. I mean, we had the TV Black Canary from Arrow and stuff, but this is the real Black Canary.
Yes, so very excited that they're finally doing that.
Happy.
This will actually be exclusive to Walgreens.com. So if you know anything about Walgreens, they don't sell con stuff in the store, at least very, very rarely. So anytime you see something at Walgreens, expect that to go up on the website.
Right.
And a lot of times they don't do it the weekend of the con. It's always whenever the heck they want.
Yeah.
And then finally, a black and yellow kind of looks like animated series Batman 5-star figure. So if you're a 5-star figure fan, they've got a Batman. I don't actually like the DC lineup of 5-star. I don't like the designs of them. I think some of the 5-star stuff is good. I just don't like that weird baby look.
Yeah. I think that with superheroes, it doesn't really translate well.
Yeah. And finally, they have a DC Bombshells Rock Candy of Starfire, which again looks really, really great. I love the look of this. And this will be exclusive to the Funko Shop. All right, so I was a big fan of the DC lineup.
Oh, I think it's fantastic.
They wasn't a lot there, I mean, to work with, but what they gave a comic book fan, a classic comic book fan, boy, they really, man, they got Mr. Miz, which is whoa. Like, whoa to me.
But for a small con, for them to have some of these characters, especially like the OG Black Canary and stuff, like, that's huge.
To me.
For me, it's huge.
These are must-haves, and I'm just so excited that this year, this is going to be a DC year.
Yes, it is. Hallelujah.
Everything we asked for in the rewards, you know, Funko rewards, where we said we really want them to go back to that stuff that made them popular, like the comic stuff.
The roots.
We can already see they're doing that, especially in DC.
Yes.
I'd love to see them continue that in Marvel as well.
Up next, we got to see the Ad Icon line, which is one of our favorites and a lot of other people's favorites. And we got to see Pillsbury Doughboy holding a Shamrock cookie.
And that will be shared on the Funko Shop.
Right. And we also got to see the Lime Sour Patch Kid. This one's limited to 1,000 pieces, so it's probably going to be con only.
No doubt about that.
Definitely.
So, I mean, these are, Ad Icons, I think, to me.
I think they're cool. I mean, they're kind of cute.
I never ever thought 5 years ago Funko would come out with a Sour Patch Kid box.
I just want to know what it feels like, texture-wise.
I know. I haven't seen one in the store yet.
Yeah.
I don't want one.
I'm curious.
Yeah. It's interesting. Although the lime flavor is good. It's probably the best flavor. I'm just saying. So
up next is the Disney lineup. This is one of my favorites, and I know a lot of people. Yes, fan favorite. A lot of people love it, and I think it's great. The first thing we got to see is a 3-pack of the hyenas from The Lion King.
Yeah.
This is so freaking cool. And then we also got to see a 3-pack of action figures of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. That's going to be shared with Target. And then from Incredibles 2, Void, which is going to be shared with Walmart.
And the hyenas are going to be shared with Amazon.
Yes.
I don't think we said that.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
I skipped over because I was so excited to talk about them.
So cool.
This is so cool. It's something that, I mean, these 3-packs are going to kill my wallet this year.
Yeah, that's the one bad thing, right? I mean,
yes.
$45 a drop, whatever that is. But
I mean,
boy, if you're a Lion King fan, you really gotta have that. We have Scar too, so it's like I need Scar and I need the hyenas and I need to make a little set or something.
Yes, something.
Like, that's really cool.
They're so cool.
Oh, it's so cool they did that, right? Oh man. The action figures I don't care about. Who cares? It's Target, whatever. And Void, that's an interesting one. I'm surprised they did that.
Yeah, me too.
But it looks really cool. Like it's Walmart, so Walmart doesn't get it in stores. They'll sell it online. But it's kind of one of those ones I just want to buy and look at because I don't know what it looks like. I could sort of care less about the character, but it looks so cool, and I know I'm never going to see it in person. I just want to buy it and look at it. I don't know. It's very weird. Very weird.
It's different, but I won't buy it. You might.
Okay. Alrighty, up next, skateboards. They occasionally do decks for some reason. I've never seen them. I've never seen them in the store. I've never
seen one.
But they're doing a Big Lebowski one. And that's awesome. I mean, who doesn't love Big Lebowski? And it's going to be shared with...
I don't like it. I know.
Get out of this house. I can't be married to you anymore. How do you not like Big Lebowski?
I don't know. I just found it kind of boring when I watched it.
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. People are going to throw me so much hate, but you know what? I don't like what I don't like, and that's one of the things I don't like.
Man. Well, anyways, this is going to be shared with FYE. I don't think you're going to see it. I've never seen them in the store, so I don't know how to say that, but FYE, there you go. All right, so up next is another Funko favorite, or a lot of people in the community that are big fans of this, but I feel sorry for them because collecting them is ridiculous.
Yes.
And that is Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and they're getting Pez. They're getting a 3-pack of Pez, which is really neat, and that's going to be shared with the Funko Shop. And also Ramona with Mallet that will be shared with the Funko Shop. So one pop in here. I think this one might be gettable.
Possible.
Maybe. It doesn't seem maybe as hard, but they're going to sell out fast. Anything in the Funko Shop's going to sell fast. Especially Scott Pilgrim. It's going to go quickly. But yeah, again, guys, every year, I tell you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for Scott Pilgrim fans.
That's right.
So up next, Funko revealed Pop movies. So there's a few good ones in here. Maybe not the best, but there are some funny ones in here. So from Office Space, we got a 2-pack of Michael Bolton and Samir, and this is going to be a Target 2-pack. That looks awesome. We also get a Grishnak. That's going to be exclusive to or shared again to Barnes & Noble. We're also going to get a Steve from Life of the Aquatic. I was wondering when we're going to get a pop of that. They've really been tiptoeing around that whole Life of Aquatic line. And then finally from the Wizard of Oz, Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion vinyl 2-pack. That will be exclusive to Barnes & Noble. So obviously right away, the Office Space 2-pack, that's hilarious. It was a funny scene that hit the copy machine. That's really cool. I think a lot of people are going to like that. Target's always kind of hard to get, so we'll see how that goes. I think Grishnak, or however you say it, it's kind of hard to say. That could have been a better sculpt. Seems kind of plain. So, yeah. A little plain there. And then the other ones are just, yeah, okay. I think Steve is cool. I don't know if there's a whole lot of Life Aquatic fans to warrant a pop.
Maybe,
but
I don't know.
It's going to be interesting. It's a cool looking pop.
Yeah.
I will say.
I already have the Wizard of Oz pops, so the vinyl figures don't really matter to me. And finally, Funko revealed the Funko lineup. Now, this one is always really highly anticipated, and I think they've got some pretty good options here. The first one is Freddy Funko, and he's going to be in brown pants. Now, this one's limited to 1,000 pieces, and it's probably going to be con only.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Yeah. And then the next one is Freddy Funko in yellow pants, and this one's actually going to be on the Funko Shop. So maybe
you might have a chance to get one of those, right?
Yeah. And the last one is going to be a spastic plastic, and it's Finn Duchamp. This is limited to 3,000 pieces, so this is con only.
Pretty much, yeah, con only. So these are kind of fun. I mean, again, when you're dealing with Funko, they like to do their branded items, their in-house designs,
right?
Or a mascot like Freddy. It's cool. I mean, they've got like a trout and a salmon, I guess. So you change the fish, and again, they're on the West Coast, so they sort of go with that theme, which is really cool. Yeah, it makes sense. And they have another spastic plastic line, which is you know, fun for a lot of people.
Right.
I will say with the spastic plastic, since they've done so many different colors, variations of them, they don't like feel as special anymore because there's so many varying colors of them. Where before it wasn't that way. So I don't know, but it's cool. I mean, I think it's cool. It doesn't beat Bigfoot. I'll tell you that. The
not at
Bigfoot
all.
from last year was far superior.
Yes.
But you know, we can't always have the best stuff. I mean, Bigfoot is going to be the best thing coming out of Washington. I'm sorry, it just is. In my opinion, it's just going to be the best thing out of Washington. But overall, pretty cool. That is the ECCC wave, I guess, forever. I don't know. This, I think, had about 30 pops.
Forever?
Well, you know, this year.
This year,
I think this year had 30 pops. Somewhere around 30 pops. I think last year was like 38.
Oh.
So I don't know if there's gonna be some missing, some hidden ones in there, or what the deal is gonna be.
Sprinkle in somewhere.
Yeah. But anyways, what do you think? What was your favorite items that they're releasing this year? Is there any must-haves for you? Like must-haves?
Yeah, totally. The Harry Potter 3-pack.
Yeah.
I have to have it above all else. If I don't get that one, I will be really disappointed. Second, I would like to have the 3-pack of the hyenas, but if I don't get it, I'm not going to be devastated like I will be if I don't get the Harry Potter 3-pack. What about you?
Of course, Black Canary.
Yeah, of course.
For a classic. Mr. Miz, absolutely. Gotta have that. I'm trying to stop collecting Marvel because we have so many pops at this point.
Oh my
This year is going to be big for us because they're starting to hit our sweet spot of what we collect with Simpsons and things like that, and of course DC is going to be big this year. So we need to, we have so many Marvel, we'll probably end up selling a lot of the Marvel and a lot of the other stuff because we had to make way. I need to display the Simpsons because that's going to be one that I'm going to go after hard. I need every Simpsons one.
Yes.
By far, I need them all.
And there are so many Harry Potter pops that I truly have them in boxes and totes in the attic.
Yeah, there's a lot of
and I can't
This is a must-have.
them. Yeah.
This one has to be a must-have. But other than that, I think those are probably my must-haves, like must-haves.
Yeah.
The 2 DC ones are going to be the ones that I'm definitely going to get. As far as that goes, I think it's pretty good. It's good for an ECC. It's not the best. I mean, you could, you know, I put a poll up on our Facebook. I think it was like 70 to 30% people said last year was better than this year. You know, because they did have a few good ones last year, like the Bigfoots. Bigfoots were very, very popular last year. And they also had Yondu, the Mary Poppins Yondu, which also was very, very popular last year.
Yeah.
Now, another interesting question. If you were going to pick one green thing to put it in a pop on ECCC, what would it be?
I would pick the Big Green movie from the 90s, that soccer movie.
Oh.
I would totally have something from that, like the green, like the goat that they painted green or something. I know, like PETA would be all over that, but I'm just saying.
That would be interesting, actually. That would be very interesting. You think that would sell well? I feel like there's a lot of fans of that movie.
I think it would sell well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd buy it.
I would buy it, yeah. So mine would be, you know, I'm going to stick with The Simpsons. Because, again, I'm a huge Simpsons fan, and to bring out Simpsons, oh my god. I would, actually, I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say 2, because, I mean, The Simpsons. I would do Homer holding one of the nuclear sticks.
Oh my god,
I guess that's what you call it. The bars, you know?
Yeah.
Where he has the clamps and it's like glowing.
Yes.
That would be sick. Or I would do Mr. Burns as the alien. Do you remember that episode?
No.
I know you weren't like as big of a fan as I was.
No.
But he came out of the woods and he looked like this weird thing. And
oh wait, I think I remember seeing that. Like when we first moved in and watched all of those Simpsons. I think you're right. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
That would be cool. Make it glow in the dark and just creepy looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I would want. I mean, I could do a whole video of green things I would want because I would still like Tommy in the street clothes, you know, with the plaid shirt and the green thing. Yeah. That'd be cool. Power Rangers on top. But yeah, a bunch of stuff. I think this is a good year. I think if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, you at least get something there. I think you're a DC fan, you get something there. Marvel, you get something there. And Harry Potter, you get something there. A lot of people ask about Star Wars. Where Star Wars, they're going to probably wait for a Star Wars Celebration. Oh, it's just around the corner. They're going to want to drop everything into that. So I wouldn't get too worried about Star Wars. But anyways, if you guys are wondering about the date, most likely this will be March 14th. That is when the con starts, which is a Thursday, and that's usually when they drop. Like any con, they do it on Thursday, you know, going into Thursday. Yeah. Thursday morning in stores, Wednesday to Thursday in that midnight type area when they go online. So we'll have to see. So guys, thank you for watching. Let us know down in the comments what is your favorite ECCC, did I say too many C's? I don't know.
I think you said 2.
Item this year. Let us know what your must-haves are, and thank you guys for watching.
Thanks, guys. Bye. The first thing we got to see is a 3-pack of the hyenas from Lion King.
What'd you say, hyenas?
Hyenas.
Hyenas?
I said hyenas, didn't I?
You said hyenas.
Did I? Okay.